Welcome back to rTech. Today we're going to troubleshoot the S10 Android box. So this is the S10 Android box with the S912 processor. It's one of those high-spec Android boxes you get these days with the S912 processor. It can decode H.265 format, which kind of saves bandwidth, and I made a video on this. You can see the video, link is above. So this one's got 3 GB RAM, the 912 processor, and it stopped working a few days back. As you would have seen in the description, there was a flashing blue light, but it wouldn't start. So here it is. When I connect the power supply, it just makes a weird blinking sound. I don't know what that was, but it does make a weird noise, and the light just blinks and nothing else happens. I just decided that it could be a problem with the adapter, but then it seemed to show 5 volts either way, so I think the adapter was working fine. So I just thought, let me open this up. So opening this box is sort of slightly tricky. So I thought, they have some screws behind these rubberized mats to help it with grip, but then there was nothing behind that. So I had to stick them back. And then, I realized that the opening must be somewhere on the top because every other part of this unit is sealed. And what I did was I just used a flathead screwdriver. In the gap, I just kind of applied a little bit of pressure, which kind of pried open the top. Remember the logo which you see, which is mentioned as S10, this whole plate is made of aluminum, so you're not going to damage anything, although it looks a little scary. So once you pull out a little bit of it, you just have to put a little more pressure and that comes out easily. It's a sticky plate. It's got a lot of glue on it. As I said, it's made of metal, so you don't have to worry about breaking something on this part of the box. So there's another protective plastic cover inside, and that's again protected by 4 other screws. So let's go and quickly open them up as well. So I was expecting this box to have the heatsink connected to the processor somehow, but that seems to be missing here. I mean, there's no direct contact to the steel plate. So as soon as you open this, you see the big black heatsink inside. That's the processor, and to my surprise, there was nothing damaged in the unit. There was no burn marks. There was nothing wrong with it when I look at it first. So I just connected it again. Let me show you how the blue light blinks. There you go. There's also a slight squeal you can hear. I think it's coming from maybe the processor. Okay, that's all that happens. It doesn't boot. So I just thought, let me hit the reset button once, and that's something I thought could probably help. I did this even when it was inside the sealed unit, but nothing happened. So the troublemaker could possibly be the power adapter. But what kept me from cutting the wires and troubleshooting this particular equipment is that it continued to show me 5 volts. Not a flaw in the adapter itself, because it's showing the voltage it's designed for. So let me show you again. So once I power it on, it shows me 5 volts and 5 volts and a few microvolts. Yeah, so it does seem to be working fine. Probably it's the amps, This is a 2500 mAh adapter. Maybe there's a problem with power delivery itself. So I just took a chance and I cut the wire because I just thought, let me try using another adapter. Now you can order one of these online. I wouldn't recommend cutting wires, but if you have the time and if you're not getting these spares easily, you can probably troubleshoot, right? So I just thought, let me cut the wires and use another adapter, a spare adapter, and probably see what happens. Okay, so what I did for this setup is just that I picked up an old USB cable. I sliced one of the ends of it, which had micro USB output, right? And I connected the one end of this to the socket, which actually goes to the motherboard. And of course, the other end is connected to the USB slot. Just to get things moved quickly, I kind of got hold of a power bank, which had a 2.1 amp output slot. And I thought this is a good way to kind of test this. So the moment I connected this, the whole unit started working. I was surprised. I mean, this was an adapter issue, right? It seemed to have a faulty adapter. The best part about the power bank was even the 1 amp output powered the whole device without kind of blinking the whole thing. It sorted the whole problem. And I was so disappointed because I thought this unit was flawed and I was going to send it back, but then the culprit seems to be the power adapter. So yeah, just have to throw this away, I guess. It's hard to find a 2500 mAh adapter, but I think a good quality mobile charger should work fine. Let's go ahead and test that as well. So there's my OnePlus charger, the good old OnePlus with a 4 amp output. Of course, this has got dash charging. I don't think that's going to work on this anyways. So I'm going to make use of this charger. Let's go ahead and plug this USB port. Okay, so once you plug this in to a power output, I'm going to plug it on. Let's hope it doesn't blow up. It boots fine. Lovely. So that's as good as new now. So I'm just hoping that it does boot up when I put it back. I'm going to fix this back together. Okay, I'm just going to run this through quickly. Fairly simple to put it back together. And then you put the heatsink towards the end. So that's about it. Okay, now I would like to advise caution when you're using wiring, joining wiring. Just make sure that you have enough of electrical insulation tape so that you don't confuse this. When you have a USB cable cut, make sure that you look at the terminals you're connecting it to. So the red means positive, so make sure that you connect the red wires together and the black wires together. Any other colored wire in the USB cable which you just used can be ignored because you're just using this for the power supply, so you don't need the other terminals here. So I'm going to connect this. I advise soldering as well. If you have a solder gun, please use it, but it's not really necessary if you're kind of using good quality tape. So you can just cut these extra wires and join them with good tape, and that should be fine. So yeah, just test it once again to make sure that everything is working fine. So yeah, I think that fixes the whole problem. So that's my shot on fixing the S10 Android box. If you have this blinking light problem, do hit the subscribe button, leave your comments down there. I'll try and help you if you have any other problems. Thank you so much for watching, and I also like to wish you guys a happy new year. See you on the next one.